Hey all, welcome to Parker's Reefs. On today's episode, we're going to wrap up the grand opening of Reeftopia. Alright guys, thank you for joining me on another episode of Parker's Reefs. As touched on in the intro, today we're going to wrap up the spectacular grand opening of Reeftopia, a brand new local fish store up in Brisbane, or in North Lakes to be precise. I was incredibly fortunate to one, not only be there, but two, get an unparalleled inside access view of what goes on to making a brand new local fish store open in today's economic climate, which I've got to say is no small feat. Now, you may have seen the sneak peek footage that I took before the doors opened, the night before, after the team had been working incredibly hard to get everything ready for the day, which goes over all of the fish, coral, and dry goods that were available on the day. Today's episode really is just to give you an overview of how the day went. I don't want to show you any of the sort of corals and things because, to be honest, a whole heap of them sold that day, so there's no point me showing you things that you missed out on. At the end of the video, we'll have a look at their website, which is now open and ready for business to ship Australia-wide, so you can have a look at what stock they have available right there. But today's video really is to just give you a bit of a vibe as to how the event went down, the people that were there, the activities they had going on, and of course, all of the fun we had. So let's roll the footage. Alright, let's kick off the footage of the day with the welcome to Reeftopia sign. As soon as you walk in, you wouldn't be anywhere else, and these fine folk on screen now were actually at the store ready to go before the doors open. So we had a little bit of a mini lineup right when the doors opened, which is super cool, and that did give them the opportunity to get a first look at all of those juicy fish and corals. Now you can see some festivities out in the car park. We'll have a look at those in a little bit, but let's head on in and just see the first initial crowd as they come in store, checking out the pristinely clean brand new store. A few balloons about the place just to celebrate the opening, and you can see a beeline of people heading towards those high-end scollies and hammers. Now I did touch on that there was a number of festivities out the front, all free activity. There's a popcorn machine here for the kids, and what else would you have right next to popcorn other than, oh, you can see that popcorn is bubbling away there, then a fairy floss machine which is just firing up now, which is super cool, just to get some of that extra energy from the kids that you've just fed into them out. There's a jumping castle here, which is a pretty slick looking jumping castle, I might add. And then over here is where we had the raffle boxes, where if you bought over $50 you got a raffle ticket. Let's see what the team here are after. Oh, trying to get a sneak peek as to how many entries have been in there.
Yeah, exactly. I want to know what people want.
Absolutely. Which ones are you guys going to go for?
We've already got the bounce.
Yeah, we already get a bounce, so we might just get a clownfish.
Beautiful. Yeah. Well, all the best.
We'll have the scissor papers rocket.
Oh, high stakes.
Which one do you think?
If I win, I'll do this one. If you win, we do this one.
Yes.
Okay, you win.
Some high stakes activity there, going with the rock, paper, scissors to decide what to win. Over here, the team are cooking up some lunch. Got the snags cooking along.
Yeah, ready to rock and roll.
Even got the advertising happening here. How much are they? Free! And then, of course, over here, just to keep the marine theme happening, the team have set up a nice little touch pond here with some very child-friendly inverts that people can check out. So you can see a number of different stars and cucumbers and abalones and snails, of course, in there. Have a look at that big abalone. Something to get the young reefer interested in the hobby, of course, and just a little bit of a break in the fresh air to get away from all of the activity in store. You can see Matt from Coastal Clowns here having a chat to Joe about all things breeding clownfish. And we got Finn here from Atlas Aquariums. There's Michael having a ball, bagging up some of the corals that he has lovingly grown throughout the years. I can see Juno and her sister there from Monsoon Aquatics, and a good line of people there ready to purchase some goods. But let's touch in with Juno now. Which one's your baby, Juno?
Oh, right here. Oh.
I've got to say, I find it super amazing that Juno can look at each and every coral that she's been involved with at Monsoon Aquatics and remembers them, but no shortage of those got sold throughout the day. In fact, you can see Michael here working with a customer to bag up some of these incredible scollies that he has maintained in his farm in Sydney. Incredible showpieces. And now we roll into a time lapse which shows me chewing off a number of people's ears, but also thankfully a heap of people rolling around the coral systems and the fish systems in the background. But it was also a day about the dry goods. You can see Rick from Coral Essentials here talking about his products, but we also had Matt from Coastal Clowns, Nathan from Reef Revolution. We had people from other stores in town. It was really, really cool to see a heap of people from the industry all getting together to showcase and celebrate this new store. But I can't leave out the inverts because there's this incredible blue spot stingray that was in store that, to be fair, he spent a good part of the day hiding, but when he came out, what a stunner he was. And then, of course, there was people picking up no shortage of goods. This gentleman here got a full box full. He's going to get plenty of entries to go in those raffles and win one of the prizes, which is pretty cool. And then you can see the store really started to heat up. A lot of people coming in store, a lot of purchases being made. You can see standing room only around all of the fish and coral systems. Some of the fish that were on sale of the day, we had like flame angels for $320 Australian, which is the cheapest you'll find anywhere. You can see Michael talking about the Pro Reef salt. They had a super special on there with a customer, and plenty of people checking out all the corals, dry goods, and yeah, I'm going to come back over to the corals. You can see some customers pointing out some beauties. There were absolute showpiece hammer corals in here, straight from Michael's system in Sydney. If you haven't checked out the video I did on his incredible system, please do. I'll be sure to put a link to that in this video, where you can see where a lot of these corals have been lovingly grown out and fragged from over the last few years. But of course, it's not just all about showpiece corals. The team also had a huge range of very, very well-priced corals. Some of the best were the acans that I saw. Multi-buys on the acans were ridiculously cheap, and there are still a heap of really well-priced acans on the website, which we'll take a look at the end of the video. But you can see everyone was very interested in this showpiece corals, and I could understand why, because these kind of things don't come up every single day. And there was a beeline of people that picked up their goods, took them to the counter, paid for them, got their entries into the raffles, because as you saw earlier, there was a heap of giveaways on the day, which I mean, if you're going to spend some money on some corals or some dry goods or some fish, you may as well get there on the grand opening and take advantage of those giveaways. I'm not sure what else I can say. It was so busy in store, and I know everyone had a really good time. A lot of freebies, a lot of giveaways, and a lot of really nice pieces got snapped up on the day. I think I've got time for one last time lapse just to show a different angle from the store and show me kicking about talking to people, which is something that I do spend a fair bit of time doing, especially at these big social events like this. Now, one last picture to wrap things off, a quick little photo before the doors opened on that grand opening, celebrating everyone who has been involved in making this store open on this day. A huge achievement, so well done. Alright guys, there you have it. That is the grand opening of Reeftopia. What an incredible day that was, and what an incredible local fish store it is. Michael and Joe and Michael and Samantha, the time, effort, and money you guys have put into making a brand new local fish store of that level of incredibleness open in today's current economic climate is just a feat that you guys really do deserve a tip of the cap and a pat on the back. So well done for keeping this incredible hobby thriving in this day and age. Now, I did touch on earlier in the video that the team have worked even harder still after going to those huge efforts to get the doors open for that grand opening. They just doubled down and worked even harder to get their brand new website open and ready for business. Now, you will be able to find all of their stock on the website there, and I'll show you some footage on screen now because they have some incredible things there. And I've got to say, Michael, who takes all of the photos for this website, does just a ridiculously good job. You get a really accurate representation of what all of these fish and corals look like. Their website is super slick. I really love the way they've got these special little things there that you can have a look at, like the candy box if you just want to go straight to the hottest products they have there. Or of course, if you want a mystery box because you just can't work out what corals you want to buy, you can put some rough details in there for the sort of things you're chasing and let the team do the work for you, which is a really, really cool concept for those of us out there that are just getting into the hobby and don't really know what they want or are not sure what coral is going to suit their tank. You can let the experts in store pick for you and send you a nice little surprise box of corals, which I think is super, super cool. Now, they do also have a memberships program there where you can get points for all of your purchases, even get points for joining up and being on your birthday, which gives you some exclusive rewards. And of course, they do nationwide shipping, and it's free shipping on orders over $150, which is pretty cool as well. All right, I probably do not have much more to say other than a huge thank you to each and every one of the people out there who follow this channel that came in store to Reeftopia's grand opening. I was overwhelmed by the number of you guys that came up to me and said that you subscribe to my channel and you watch each and every one of my videos. It is just so humbling. I cannot thank you enough. I had a fantastic time at the day. I probably spent just a little bit too much time talking and not enough time filming, but in reality, I wouldn't have it any other way. It's these social reefing events that I think make the hobby as amazing as it is, and I have to say they are becoming few and far between. So every time they pop up, I wouldn't be anywhere else. All right, guys, I will wrap the video up there. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, stay safe, keep reefing. Cheers, bye.